Hey guys, what's up? It's your buddy Keith, and I am here live again in the control room at the one and only world famous Essex Recording Studios, just outside London in Southend-on-Sea, England. Yes, and I've got a Dave Mustaine triple signed, super rare Megadeth Zero guitar. This is a USA custom shop model from Dean for Dave Mustaine. They made 50 of these. Not all of them were signed on the back. My understanding is the ones that he had got signed on the back of the headstock. It's also signed on all of the certificates they made for all 50 of them. And then it's also signed where I met Dave backstage at Wembley Arena in London back, what was this, January 2020. It was one of the very last shows before the pandemic hit and lockdown happened, not only for us, but for like the entire world. This was part of, I can't remember how many guitars we brought, but if you've been following the channel, you've been following me, I bought his guitar collection on Reverb. And Rolling Stone magazine mentioned me to Dave in an interview and talked about my purchase of all the guitars. And they said, "Whoa, would you like to meet the guy? What do you think of that?" And he said, "Man, that's awesome. I'd love to meet him. And if I ever do, I'll be happy to sign all of them." So we brought all these guitars over. He signed every single one of them. It's completely crazy. This one I did not get in the Reverb purchase. This is one that I found privately, I think like the year before. And I happened to just get lucky and get my hands on it. But this is a factory aged Relic model. So this is, if you think of like a Gibson, the Tom Murphy aged, this has oxidization, like artificial aging to all of the hardware. It's got like eggshell crazing in the finish. It's got wear to all of the contact spots. All of the tuners are aged, rusted and aged artificially. It's super cool guitar, guys. I'm a huge fan of this model. I love Explorers. Not everyone does them right, but Dean's Custom Shop totally did. And what's beautiful about this too is you get Dave Mustaine's Megadeth Custom Shop USA triple signed guitar. So there's the original signature. If you go and put a bump on it, a mark on it, you let your friend hold it, and he puts another one of these on it. Who cares? It's like permanently mint condition because this is how it comes from the factory. And I really like that because I'm one of those guys that are like, take off your belt, take off your jacket, no zippers, nope. I'm like the least fun person to like let you hold his guitar. And for something like this, it's like, dude, have at it. Go nuts. This is great. And I think that's what Dave would want too. This is all recessed. I love it. Still has the plastic on the back plate, which I found a lot of Dave's personal guitars and tour guitars still have the plastics on. This is really nice too. This is very rare that you see this, especially with this style 9-volt compartment. This is recessed. This is not sticking out on top of the body. USA Jackson Custom Shops, theirs stick up. Not the Dean ones for Mr. Dave Mustaine. You have the string ferrules right here, which they do have a little lip that comes up, which is interesting because I think, if I'm not mistaken, on the Korean models, I think these are recessed and flush with the body. You've got, he uses the locking system for his strap locks. The Made in USA serial number is here. It's very hard to see, but you can kind of see it there as it come up, and that's US, so 0900510. Made in USA. Very cool. Gibson style volute right here. Again, eggshell crazing in the finish, and then you've got like artificial wear here It's a very, very cool guitar, guys. Can't emphasize it enough. The case that you get is gorgeous. Crushed velvet. Very expensive case. Very large storage compartment. It's completely fitted. And it's, you know, I've got loads of Dave's guitars from Dean. And this case is the nicest one that they did. And it goes to, you know, it makes sense because this is probably the most expensive and most time-consuming guitar that Dean ever did for Mr. Mustaine. You know, all of this custom aging stuff to the hardware, to everything. That's all time. Time is money, and you know, it's if you screw it up and it doesn't, and you go too over the top, you got to start over or do a whole new instrument. So they really took their time with these, and it shows. Awesome, awesome quality. On the top of the case here, you can see you've got the nice Dean Guitars logo. Not all of the cases had Dave Mustaine's name on it or his silhouette. This has got like these super expensive latches. These, I don't know if they're German. What does it say? Logic Technique. Franzen. Series 2100. Man. Yeah, I don't know where they make these things, but it's a very, very nice case. If I haven't gotten that point across. Oh, and you do have all the bits for your strap lock there as well. And where does this open up? There it is. Yeah, this whole thing, check that out. Boom. That whole thing opens up. So massive storage compartment. I've got video of Dave signing this with the whole collection backstage at Wembley. That's for the owner to get to see. There's some really cool stuff in that video where he talks about things that have never been discussed before. Including, you know, one of the big things I brought up is I'm a huge Jackson fan. And I said, what was up with that? What was that up with that whole deal where, you know, weren't you going to buy that company? What happened? Well, he says what happened in that video. And then we talk about him leaving ESP, how he was only with them for like a year or so. I'm like, hey, what happened? And he says what happened. And like none of that stuff's ever been made public before. And the I'm keeping it private for now for the owners, the people that buy his instruments from our collection, because we're raising money for the studio. We're doing a lot of expansion. We've got a new desk coming in, and we want to give these young independent artists that are trying to make it and break through, we want to give them the best equipment in the world. And it ain't cheap. And I don't care how many hours you want to rent out a studio for, you know, it'll be several lifetimes from now before you make any money back. Like these Bricasti reverb units here, these are $4,000 a piece. Super expensive. Now imagine how many hours we'd have to rent this place out before we just make our money back on that. That's for one unit. Then you've got things like these vintage Neve preamps. I can't remember what they are. 1059s, I think they are. You know, those are like $15,000. It's absolutely crazy, guys. It's not a business you get into to make money, the recording business. That's for sure. So it is these sales that help give all these artists an opportunity to record with this legendary equipment and really come out of here with something that gives them a great shot at making it, breaking through. So I appreciate all the support from the people that have. We've sold a few of these already. We've got one went to Ireland, one went to Switzerland, and this one I haven't listed yet. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I did have someone on eBay message me about it, which is why I'm doing this video now, because he asked for one that wasn't already listed, and I happen to have one. There we go. Cool, guys. I got to run. It's super late. This is my last video for today, but there are plenty more coming. I've got lots of cool, interesting stuff happening here. We're going to be doing a Twitch channel. We've got a really cool Twitch streamer who's part of the team here now. We're going to get all set up for that. So you're going to start seeing a lot of cool content. We've got pro cameras, pro lighting. We've got demos lined up, and we even have some cool Megadeth equipment that was used on the new Forged in Black album that's coming out. The drum kit was used. We used one of Dave's guitars for some bits. So that's exciting too. All right. If you want to buy this, it's going to be listed on EssexRecordingStudios.com or Reverb.com. If you're in America, go to the EssexRecordingStudios.com site because you will not get charged that weird American online sales tax they do for huge websites like Amazon, Reverb, and Etsy. And really anyone, we encourage you to buy from our website because it saves us some money on those fees. But either way, whatever you want to do, we're easy. And we'll get this out to you wherever you are in the world. Cool. I'm going to get going. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for drooling over this awesome Megadeth Dave Mustaine signed guitar. And I'll see you soon with more videos. Feel free to check out the other Megadeth guitars that we've got videos for up on the channel. All right? I'll catch you later.